Baby's movements start while the mother's still pregnant. These are primitive reflexes. These are followed by neck control, then rolling, and then we get into sitting, crawling, standing, and then the exciting bit of walking and running around. Primitive reflexes in babies are those involuntary movements that you see when your baby is jerking around and you're not quite sure what the stimulus is. So they are involuntary and they should be there from 0, 1, 2 to 3 months. It is so easy to encourage movement in babies. You must stimulate all their senses, their visual, auditory, touch. Anything that stimulates their senses will trigger movement. The best way to encourage your baby's movement and to assist them in achieving the different stages of movement is first to ensure that they are comfortable and they're wearing the correct nappy. These are such as Huggies Gold or Huggies pants to allow ease of movement. Crawling is so important for babies because that is when they start learning how to coordinate their movements. So it is to their own benefit if you let them crawl as long as possible in order for them to develop this coordination. Parents are always eager to put their babies in a walker because we want to see them walk as soon as possible. But it is important for your baby to develop equilibrium and balance and to have gone through the whole crawling stage so that they can master walking. By the time they get into a walker, they must already have some form of balance. The correct time to baby-proof your home is when your baby is born because movement is so spontaneous. You have to consider things like the height of your bed, edges, corners, stairs. So I always advise parents to do it right after your baby is born, just to be safe. Movement in water is so important for babies because water provides resistance, and with resistance your baby develops their postural muscle tone and muscle tone in all limbs. Emotional development in babies happens from birth. That's why it's important for you to give them physical contact. For example, give your baby a hug during change time. It's so easy to develop your baby's eye-hand coordination. All you have to do, put a nice shiny toy in front of them and watch them reach. Do this as often as possible to encourage them to reach and to coordinate their movement. Movement in babies actually helps them develop their visual perceptual skills as well as eye-hand coordination, because once they see an object, they must figure out how am I going to get there, judge the distance, depth perception, motor planning, and in turn, this develops their brain.